Welcome. With the new trading week kicking off, let's talk about Bitcoin and where it's likely going to be headed going into this new trading week. In last week's video, I talked about this going to the upside towards logical highs and to retest logical lows. That was over here, so we can zoom in and just recap really fast. That was this high, looking for price to gravitate towards that high and sweep it, and also kind of coinciding with a retest of this low right here, which was also hit. After that video, I made a video talking about being cautious from here to see how things develop, and now that's where we sit today. So price pulled back after hitting those logical levels, which is to be expected, and as of right now, things are looking good. Why is that? Well, it's because price is currently consolidating over the 200 EMA, which is exactly what we want to see if this is to stay bullish. One thing to be cautious about is the possibility that this is going to come down again and sweep these lows, which are untouched, as well as retesting that 200 EMA. Now, the important thing, if we do see that happen, is the reaction that we get out of there. If that happens and then we react bullishly and come back towards the highs of this consolidation, that's a very good sign that things are going to be heading up from there and continuing. But if we come down and break under the 200 EMA here, back under this little consolidation and close down here, that is a sign that we're going to be heading down towards lows. So back towards this level, which has been tested so many times along the way here. And we do want to see this hold if we do have that scenario playing out. But in the shorter term, just looking for this to continue higher, but with keeping it in mind that this could come down, sweep the lows of this consolidation, test that 200 EMA, and still be bullish. The key factor being if we do come down there to see if price starts gravitating towards the highs again, that's our bullish sign if we do come back up after coming down. Okay, so that's what to look out for right now with this daily time frame, and I am still bullish as of right now. It's currently still looking good. The more time we spend over this 200 EMA, the better, because it's showing acceptance at these prices, and with the acceptance of these new prices, we can continue higher. So that's what I'm looking at for this daily. Let's go down to a lower time frame and talk about what is setting up down on lower time frame. So here on the hourly, we have price pushed up here and now consolidating sideways. Now, what I was talking about on that daily with the lows that might be swept, I was talking about these lows right here. So we can see that this low was untouched on this push down right here. So we have these two lows that are untouched, and I just see those as possible targets to be swept for stop losses. So premature longs that might have taken a position up here, likely placing their stop losses below these levels. And while it doesn't have to come all the way back down there and sweep those, it could do so, and it's kind of a 50-50 shot at that. So we just want to be prepared for the chance that this does come down before heading up. So we don't want to see this come down and be super bearish down at the lows here. We want to get bullish and have kind of the full context here. If this does come down, it's probably just coming down to take out these lows and take out some stop losses before going up. And we can really get confident with the bullish scenario if this comes down, sweeps those lows, and then heads up again. So that's what we want to see if that does happen, although that doesn't mean that it has to happen. There's this possibility where this is a nice impulsive move and we already have a nice correction here, and we're just going to head straight out to the upside from there. So taking out this high is kind of that bullish confirmation that we're really going to be taking off here and continuing the higher time frame overall trend. Something to look at with the indicator here, as we come down, we want to see bullish divergence on the balance of power as well as on our momentum wave here. And right now, we don't really have a super clear setup with that. So I'm just, kind of letting it play out, and I wouldn't be entering into a long position on this, even though it may just head straight up out of here. It's just not a clean enough setup right at this moment, and there's that possibility where we come down for these lows. So I just want to give it that chance. And if you're not already in a position at the lows of this consolidation, I just I just don't enter at the highs of a consolidation range. And this is close up to this high. This is kind of the range that we're in. And this is just too high up there. I like to enter near the lows of a consolidation, not near the highs of a consolidation. So that's the idea there. It's just not a good risk to reward ratio here, which is why I wouldn't be entering into a fresh position right here, even if it might look good with this push up and this consolidation here, which, you know, it very well may play out, but I just personally wouldn't look to be entering on this with these lows untouched and the overall context of what I'm looking at here. I see this being too big of a possibility where we push down, come up. It's kind of this three-wave correction and then follow through like that. I just see that being too big of a possibility to ignore. So that's why I'm being cautious, and that's why I see that as a possibility, and I just want to be ready for that scenario. Okay, so not to say it's not, you know, going to go straight up. It may very well do that, but what do we want to see? We want to see a nice clear bullish divergence, like on this push down. This was a decent long setup here because we had clear bounce of power coming to the upside as price came to the downside. Bullish divergence, and then we even had a bullish divergence here on our momentum. Okay, so it was very obvious that this one was creating bullish divergence and likely going to see at least a bounce out of here. But what I want to see is a more clear setup that this here is going to be coming to the upside first before I start thinking about, you know, any fresh positions being entered. And I am sitting in a long position from this setup currently. Okay, so let's go out to higher time frames again and talk about the bigger picture. So let's actually go out to the weekly. The weekly, still same picture, is we have this consolidation here and looking for this to head up out of here, continuing heading towards next logical highs here and also up here. So that's the idea that I'm having. Things are looking still pretty good, and invalidation is still the same thing. We break back under that 200 EMA on this daily time frame, right? Close below this consolidation right here. So that's what to look out for at this very moment. But things are still looking fine, and I'm cautiously optimistic about this at the moment. So that will wrap things up for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like the video or dislike it if you didn't like it, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you.